Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tina Marie, and I'm so thankful for you guys for clicking on this channel because I'm going to be reviewing a new product. Well, it's fairly new and I didn't really review it when it was first released, and I know I got it before I even did this video, so I'm just here because I had so many things going on and I was reviewing other new things that just launched as well, and that's why there's like a lot of like back packaging that I have that I haven't really used or had the opportunity to review, but here I am trying to make that up, and I'm here and I'm going to be talking about the new Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer as well as the Huda Beauty Easy Blur foundation, and I got the minis. I know that they had a special like with buying 3 and you would get like a certain percentage off, and the other one I did give it to my daughter, so they're really cute. I mean, you could carry these around in your bag, which I really love. And I also got the small mini brush just because I'm into minis right now and I'm trying to collect things that I can use when I travel, and I just feel they're more convenient instead of taking a full-size bottle, you know what I mean? As well, you wouldn't have a lot of issues when you go to airports, and you don't have to be also worried about like how many stuff you're taking. Just keep it very light, and I like to pack very minimalist. So here I am. I picked up 2 shades. I picked up the shade Chai 210B, which is this one, and it's like a beigey tone, and then I also picked up Creme Brulee in 150G. This is more of olive golden, so I'm going to be mixing these two in because I have a weird skin tone. You guys know already from previous videos I'm an olive cool skin tone. In spite that you can't really detect it on video, my skin is pretty difficult to match, and I have like a lot of foundations that I get matched with like a yellow warm undertone, and they don't match because they give me like either a white cast or it just looks like it's sitting on top of my skin and it's not really matching the rest of my face because it just looks like sunscreen. And then other shades are very difficult as well because they can lean orange or they can lean too pink. And so that's where I'm at right now. So that's the reason why I got these 2 shades to mix in. And I felt like it was better to buy the minis as well so that I can mix in my perfect color match. And yeah, so let's move on with this review. And I'm going to be doing also application of my whole makeup. So let's move on. So I'm going to be doing first the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. And it said that this is supposed to give like a very blurring effect without a filter, as well as the foundation, and it says it's lightweight soft focus effect. And let's give it a try. So I'm just going to apply a pea size on my hand. I have to open it because it does have like a little seal, so I'm going to open it and I'm going to apply it on the back of my hand, maybe like this much pea size, and I'm just going to apply it on my T-zone where I usually have like enlarged pores, and just work it in with my finger and warm it up a little bit to my skin. And our hands are the best tools to apply like any like complexion products, especially like primers and foundations. I feel like I always get the best results when I use my hands because it gives you the perfect coverage, especially when foundations can lean a little light. It can give you a little bit more coverage when you use your hands, and it also warms up the product more so if it's like very heavier on the creamy side. And yeah, so that's the reason why I like to use my hands to work product out, and then sometimes I would blur it or blend it out with a brush using a tapping technique, and I'll show you that in a bit. But I have a lot more primer. I think I applied too much, so I'm going to put it right here to see how it holds up, and on my fine lines right here. So there we go, and I'm going to press it against my skin, making sure it's really seeping through my skin and staying put because you don't want it to slip and slide, and you want it to work well with the foundation. I just kind of let it dry a little bit like this. And I also have a fan, little mechanical fan right here that I bought in Amazon, and I'll be posting that on the link below in the description box so that you guys can actually purchase it. And it has 3 levels where you could do low, medium, and high. So it says high, and it's really cool because it has a little cord right here that you can carry around if you do get really hot, or just because, you know, if you're freelancing or whatever. So it's now dry, so I'm going to do the application of the foundation. So I'm going to take ahead the Creme Brulee, and I'm going to open the packaging. and they're just really cute. And I want to show you the packaging right here. Look how cute this is. And it's such a good idea. I'm so glad that more brands are taking out these travel size products for traveling, or just it's more convenient if you want to carry it on your purse. If you're just having like a light travel vacation, if it's just for like a week, or you know how it is. So I'm just gonna apply this is the Chai. The Chai is more beigey, and then I'm gonna apply the creme brulee on the other side so that you guys can see the tones. So I'm gonna be mixing those two in, and creme brulee is a little bit on the olive warm side, and the chai latte seems a little bit more on the cool neutral side. So I'm gonna be mixing that in on my hand. And normally I would be probably putting a primer on this that has either a green base to it to give it that olivey undertone, but that's how it is. So we're going to work with that so that you guys can see how the foundation looks and performs. And now I'm going to take this very cute mini brush that I purchased as well. So this is from Huda Beauty, and this is said to be like better for the foundation because it does blur. So it's called Base Blush just makeup brush. So I'm going to take it, and it's a round brush, so it's easy to buff in smaller areas, because they do have a bigger one, but I just decided to get this one because I really like going into my eyes and smaller areas of my face. So I'm buffing it out. It does self-set. I could see it self-setting on my hand fairly quickly, so I might have to apply a little bit more on my hand, but I do notice how it looks incredibly nice and blurred already without even putting like the powder. So you can see the difference between my forehead having texture and the rest of my face. So I'm going to apply more really quick so I could do my forehead and other areas that I didn't do. So you have to really work fast. That's what I noticed with this product right now, that you just can't leave it like sitting there because then it'll dry. So I'm going to try to apply it directly with my hands and on my forehead, like so. Like this. Making sure I remove all the excess one. And then I'm going to take a little bit more from the back of my hand. Make sure I grab certain areas that I have here. And there we go. And so yeah, if you guys haven't seen my story time on my health update, please do. It would mean a lot to me, so that you guys can support my channel. And that's the reason why I'm going to be here more often, is because I am right now currently in medical leave, but also I'm trying to apply for disability because I was recently diagnosed with lupus. So I'm going to go through more testing, because here in the US they take forever to make you go to the rheumatologist, especially if you have a certain health plan. And I don't have a good health plan because I wasn't permanently hired at the school district that I am, because I am subbing. And the reason why I'm subbing is because you first start off as a sub teacher, and then you become a permanent once they have like a position for you to be a permanent. And I was getting to that point of getting a permanent position, but then I got diagnosed with this, so I had to cancel the interview and tell them that the reason why. And it was kind of like a bittersweet moment for me, because I do want to move forth with still working, but the problem is that I haven't gotten treatment yet, and in order to get treatment I have to go through a rheumatologist. And so I just decided to go to Mexico and do that. So my appointment is next week, and I'm just pending on that. And I just want to focus on my health, because my doctor from Mexico, she said that, you know, I recommend you not working right now and trying to see if you could get either medical leave or have what's it called, or disability, because you already have two problems. You have your eye problem, and then you have now you have lupus. So you kind of don't want to be having a stressful job, because my job is pretty stressful. And also you don't want to be exposed to light. You want to take like a lot of precaution when it comes to this situation. Ooh, that looks so pretty, but you know, it's very hard to get into there. When I should have done my eyebrows last, but Yeah, so I'm getting, that's why I like this brush. This brush, you could really get into like certain areas where, you know, you need, and you could also use it as like kind of like a concealer deal here. But look how beautiful this is, and I'm not even like using a filter. It does live up to that expectation for sure. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of my NATASHA DENONA concealer, and this was in the N3. I should have gotten the N2 because you know what, these shades run too dark and they're pretty deceiving. I actually went to the store, to Ulta Beauty, to check out the shades because I ordered these online and thinking that I was going to be that shade, and no, it's too dark. It does look kind of warm or kind of orangey on me, but whatever. So I kind of just tap it in with the foundation that I use on the outer corner, like so. And I love this brush right here. This is from Angie from Hot and Flashy, and she did a collab with BK Beauty. So this is her brush, and this is the A506, which looks like this. So it's angled. It's very, very nice. You could go in there really, really well in those corners. And so far I am liking this foundation, and it is like a satin finish. As you can see, it has a little bit of that radiance, but it does self-set, which is very interesting with this foundation because it just gives you that very skin-like finish, but yet it dries pretty well. It sets, so I feel like a tackiness on my hand with this product. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to continue on like showing you what I usually do. So I'm going to go ahead and do contouring and bronzing. So I'm going to be mixing two shades. I have Swept and Cell, and this is from the Glossier brand, and they call these the Cloud Paint, and I really, really like these because they have the perfect undertone, especially for olive or cool undertone skin, and they don't lean orange at all, and that's what I usually look for in a product because usually things just either look too orange, too pink, or they give you that white cast, or you know how it is, right? And so it's a battle with the lighter spectrum of olives, and I'm going to tell you why. Usually companies, makeup companies, think that olive skin is only darker skin or medium tone or tan skin, and it's not. It's like there's a wide range of olive skin ladies out there, even on the fair spectrum, and when they create products, they usually try to do the yellow base type of foundation or orange base type of not concealers, but bronzers, and we're not always warm. Olive skin is not warm. It's very deceiving. It's it has a very neutral aspect of it because it has a cool undertone, which is the blue base, and it has the warmer tone, which is the yellow base, but it's neutral, and you can't, it's very, very hard to deceive because it's not only neutral, it's also muted. It's not very saturated you know, spectrum of skin tones. It's very muted, and so it's very deceiving, and people have a misconception of like a pinky yellow peachy tone being neutral, but it's not, because olive skin, it's its own like breed, it's its own just category, you know what I mean? And it's so common. Olive skin is so common that you know, there's a lot of people that struggle with this situation of undertone, and I don't think there's a lot of advocacy for, you know, people with olive skin and having products out there that are just appropriate for us. I feel like there's very little brands, and I feel like people focus, or these brands focus on just the depth of a skin tone, like having light to dark. And I know there's a movement right now for darker tones, and that's fine because I feel like that's wonderful and it's groundbreaking. But I feel like we're also being neglected as an olive skin community, that, you know, if you're going to do inclusive stuff, you need to take out olive skin too. You know, at least take out a fair, light, medium, tan, and dark. You know, like, why have 50 shades and you're not including the olive community? You know what I mean? We obviously don't need a whole range of olive skin tones, but we do need at least some, you know, at least like 4 to 5 shades from different spectrums, like light to dark. So that's just my take, and it's very difficult. And we're also not warm. We're not warm, and I hate that, because when they do olive shades, they want to put more like a yellow undertone on all the foundations, and you need that blue undertone in it. And the perfect foundation for olive skin, especially fair to light, is Lisa Eldridge. I can't get enough of her. Like, she is just an amazing makeup artist. So here it is. So I have these two foundations. This is the 9.5 and this is the 9. This is more of a legit olive undertone foundation for lighter skin, especially with my complexion. And then she has this one, which is the 9, which this one is a more neutral olive. It does lean a little bit more on the pinky olivey side, which is nice. Both work well. This one would be my winter shade and this one would be my summer shade. And she just does a perfect job of creating that muted olive neutral undertones, which I feel like a lot of brands should learn from her. And yeah, she just has amazing products. So here I am. Let me just kind of like tap in the product. See how it's beautiful? It doesn't lean too orange. It looks just perfect on my skin. So yeah, that was Glossier. So moving on to the next product that I'm going to be using. You guys know that this is an oldie but goodie. This is the HAUS Labs blush, and this was the original packaging. And this is the Pomelo Peach. So I'm going to take a brush from Sephora. This is an old one, blush brush. I'm just going to tap. I'm going to apply it here on the side of my cheeks. And kind of tap. And then I'm going to blend. So I'm just going to blend that out. Like so. And then this side as well. So I kind of like to apply it here just to give me a lift, because if I put it on the center of my face, it's just going to draw it down. And I feel like that this look is just better, and it's universal for many face shapes. So now I'm going to take a fluffier brush. I'm just going to blend it out, because I kind of don't like to have a heavy blush look. I mean, I do love blush, but I don't want to look too heavy and clownish during the day. So I'm just kind of like blending it out, taking it in on my nose, maybe putting it here on the sides. And it's beautiful. Look how it's looking. It's amazing. Now I am going to use my ring finger to apply this highlighter. This is from Benefit. This is a shade Tickle. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it. And I really like this one because this is like a golden peachy pink with a little purple reflective shade, like almost like a triple chrome. So I'm just going to apply it, and then I'm going to apply this side, whatever excess I have, and then just kind of tap it in. Tap, and then the same on the other side. So look how beautiful. Very nice. And I'm going to apply just a little bit on the tip of my nose and right here. And it's amazing. I really like this. So everything's just coming along very beautifully, and I love that foundation, how it gives that very filtered like look. And then I'm gonna be setting my makeup now with, let me see if I can find it, my Huda Beauty mini setting powder in Pound Cake. And I do have the large one from the Cherry Blossom pinky one that she has. But I realized that that one is only good for my under eyes, because if I apply it all over, I'm going to look like I'm pink, or it's going to give me that white cast. So I learned from that experience. So now I'm just going to open this up. And here we go. So I like the little packaging, but I don't usually use the sponge. I just kind of like it how it seals the deal. So I usually have to put it on the back of my hand because the packaging is too small for the brush. So I'm just going to tap it. Now I'm going to apply it all over my face. So I'm just making sure I'm working it in on my brush like so, and then tapping the excess, and then just applying all over where I need to set. So just my T-zone, then kind of blending it out like this. It's so nice. It's like very velvety, very soft. I do like it. Wow, this is such a beautiful foundation. So see how everything's starting to look put together? I really like that. So now I am just gonna close the cap, And now what are we gonna do? We're gonna do our eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my favorite palette. So I'm gonna do the NATASHA DENONA in the mini palette. This is the retro palette. And then I'm gonna take some colors from the warm palette from NATASHA DENONA. But first I am going to be priming my eyes with this what's it called? ILIA liquid shadow, and this one is matte, and I don't know the color. It doesn't say the color, but this is more of like that warm taupe shade that they have, and I just don't like the fact that it doesn't have the name of the shade here, which is kind of odd. But I mean, it doesn't say there. It doesn't even say on the bottom, unless I can't see it. I don't know. Oh, it's called Adobe or Adobe. I'll just put it on the description box below, but it's so hard to see because you know what? The letters are white and the sticker is clear, and after so many uses, it does kind of rub off. So anyways, so I'm just going to be applying it directly. So I'm just going to put it right here so that you guys can see the shade, how it's perfect for priming, and it's perfect for the no makeup look. So you could just kind of like, I like to work it up a little bit like this with my hands to warm up the product, and it's self-setting, so you need to really work fast, and it will set right away, so like within seconds. And then after kind of like stroke it, I kind of pat it in to make sure it's not blotchy or has lines. And look how beautiful that is. It gives you a nice pop, and this is such a beautiful shade. It's pretty universal, except for skins that are leaning pink. If your skin tone leans pink, then I suggest steering away from the shade and looking for a more taupey pink leaning eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow. And I know Lisa Eldridge just released new liquid eyeshadow shades, and she does have one. I don't remember the name. I'm going to be putting it right here. And that one, she has two shades that I find very beautiful for priming your eyes. One is like this shade, and the other one is more of a taupey pinky neutral undertone, which I feel like that would be flattering for someone with a more pinky cool undertone. Now look how beautiful that looks. It just kind of brightens the eye right away, and I don't think I really need to do more. I could just stick to this look, but I am going to be just using just maybe one shade from here just to create a very natural look. And that's usually the type of look I like. I like things to look natural, and just I don't like to overdo it. So now I'm gonna look for my BK Beauty brush, and this one is in the, oh my goodness, 201. So the letters are already fading, so I'm sorry about that, but it is 201, and this is like one of those blending brushes. So I am going to go and take this pinky shade just to kind of go into the crease just a little bit to create a little bit more depth, like so. It gives it a little bit more warmth and a little pop on the eye. So like that. And now I'm just gonna go doing circular motions on the outer corner of my eye, like so. And then I'm gonna do the other side as well, circular motions, just to kind of build it up on the corners and bring it out to give you that more elongated look on your eyes. And then now what I'm going to do with the other tones, I think I'm gonna go in and let's see, take this olivey shimmery shade right here with my ring finger, and I'm gonna tap it on the outer corner like that. Wow, I do like that olivey shade. It's like if you use like a setting spray before tapping this on and mixing it in with the foundation, the eyeshadow, it will look perfect. It will look like if it's like a liquid shadow or metallic shadow, because look how beautiful that is. So I'm just making sure I'm really putting it in there. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. I do like it. I'm gonna take a different brush. Maybe I don't know. Let me see if I could find one. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back and I'm gonna do a different shade from the same palette. Now I'm gonna be doing this khaki color for the outer corner. So I got this very huge fluffy brush, and this is from Morphe M441. And I usually like to use very fluffy brushes to kind of use darker tones, because when you use darker tones, you want to use ever so slightly of the product, because if not, you're gonna have like this very patchy look on your eye. So what I like to do is kind of put it on the outer corner and work it all the way in, only like 3/4 of your eye, so that way it just creates more dimension. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. So we're gonna be layering this, just doing this back and forth, and then in here to kind of create that very ombre effect. And I usually don't like that very chisel look. You know how they use the concealer and then they pat in the product? Like, I don't really like that as much, because it doesn't give you that very natural effect. I mean, to each their own, right? Anybody could do what they want, but for me, my personal preference would be like just doing layers and creating a very soft ombre effect, like so. And I'm gonna be cleaning this and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. So this is the whole ombre effect that I did with the olive tones and the warmer taupey tones, which I really like. And then I did my eyeliner. So I'm going to show you really quick how I did my liquid liner. So I really like this Maybelline Ultra Fine liquid liner because it's much easier to apply with a flimsy brush. And I'm going to show you how it looks like. It's very fine and very flexible. And I do have the other type of liquid liner, which is like the pen type, but I feel like with this one you just need more time to create the eyeliner effect. And when you're like in your 40s or older, like your lids start to get a little bit more crinkly and very hard to like get certain areas of your skin. And so I find this one to be a lot more forgiving and easier to use, so that's why I use this one. And the key with doing this is using a little compact mirror to look down and to be able to see what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little closer. Hopefully you guys can see that I'm looking down using my compact mirror. So I start off in the inner corner. And I do like very small like portions of my eye. Like I don't start off doing a whole line and like finishing it off like directly. I just do it very like by sections. All right, so now up to this point, what I'm gonna do is create that triangle on the corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you right here that I go up like this in a little line, and then I take this side and go up and then shade it in. So there we go. And then I'm just going to clean it up, put some mascara on, and I'm going to be using the Panorama Voluminous, sorry. And the wand looks like this. So I'm back. I'm just going to apply my mascara, show you guys how it looks. And it's very nice because it gives you a clean look. It's not clumpy. It elongates. It doesn't give you a lot of like thickness, but if you do like 3 coats, it will. But I kind of like the natural long lash look, especially for everyday look. It looks really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this side. It's very nice. I do like it, and I could leave the look like this as well if if I wanted to. And there you go. Looks really, really nice. I like it. So yeah, and then I have my lashes, and I'm going to be doing the naked lashes from Ardell, and it looks like that. And I already used the bottom ones. And these are the 425, and it comes with its own contact. I mean, the eyelash glue. I was going to say contact adhesive, but no, it's not that. So I'm going to be using that. So it gives me a little bit more of fullness. Wow, this is so beautiful. I really like it. And yeah, these are my favorite lashes, is because it's not too crazy looking, and it doesn't really confine the whole eyeshadow look into just being just pure lashes. And I just like it. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? So now for my lips, I'm going to be using the Vive brand that I really like from the UK, from a very well-known makeup artist. She developed her own makeup brand. So this is in the shade Velvet Sand. And I'm going to show you how it looks like. This is kind of like a dupe for the iconic nude from Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm going to go ahead and apply. So I'm just going to take it in a little bit. And then I'm going to do the top. And the side. And fill in just a little bit more. Like so. And I'm thinking I want to do like a warmer pink for this. So I'm going to look for a lipstick, and I'll be right back. So I'm back, and I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Tease. So I'm going to show you how this looks like. So it's like a peachy pink shade, and I'm just going to apply it here. And here. And it looks very, very nice. What do you guys think? I am going to set my makeup. I'm going to use something more hydrating for my face, and I'm going to use the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. So we're going to do that just to kind of tie everything together, keep the skin hydrated. I might as well put it on my neck too to keep that hydration. And let me see if I could put it in here. I'm struggling. Wow, I was struggling to put that away. So now I'm going to use my very handy dandy fan. Ooh, this is very convenient. Having this fan like really, really helps everything out. Just setting everything and melting everything together. So there we go. I turned it off. Looks very nice. So what do you guys think about this look? I really, really like it. I think it's a glam look to go out for an event. I don't think it's for a daytime use, but it's cute. I like it, and I haven't done this in a while. So thank you guys for watching. I highly do recommend the foundations from Huda Beauty, especially the blurring one, and also the primer. It's very nice. It's very beautiful. It does give you that very filtered, perfect skin finish look. And also I do recommend using their setting powder, and I do love their minis. I mean, just look at these, like carrying these in your purse and just having them together is like you have more space in your purse, and it's just more convenient, and you don't have to worry about, like, you know, all the regulations and protocols that they have on the airports and all that stuff, because it's super tiny, super cute. And what else is left to say? I mean, it's just very adorable. So thank you guys for watching this full glam review of Huda Beauty products that she just released. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget to click and subscribe and like, and don't forget also to comment. So talk to you guys soon.